binary relationship. So normally, so binary means two. Okay, so binary numbers, two numbers, that is 1 and 0. Similarly, binary relationship in ER diagram, that means two entities are participating in a relation is called binary relationship. A relationship where two entities are participating is called a binary relationship. Okay, and in previous classes I given the definition of cardinality also. So cardinality is the number of instance of an entity from a relation, the number of instance of an entity from a relation that can be associated with the relation. This is called cardinality. And before that, we have to know the difference between total participation and partial participation. Total participation is nothing but entity involved in the relationship. Partial participation is nothing but all, not all entities are involved in the relationship. Okay, may involve, may not involve. Okay, so that relation we can call it as a partial, that participation we can call it as a partial participation, and we will see the definitions. So normally we are representing the total participation. We are representing the total participation with double lines, partial participation with single line. Okay, so that try to understand. Okay, so total participation means each entity is involved in the relationship. Okay, so this this is called total participation. Total participation is represented by double lines. Okay, and here partial participation, not all entities involved in the relationship. Okay, maybe some, may not be some. Okay, so that participation we can call it as a partial participation. Okay, so this partial participation is represented diagrammatically with single lines. Okay, so this is called binary relationship. So what is meant by binary relationship? Two entities are participating in the relationship. Okay, so these entities are called binary relationship. This relationship is called binary relationship. So here cardinality, based on the cardinality we divide the relationship into four types. So that is one to one and one to many, many to many, many to one. So before I explain what is cardinality, cardinality means the number of instance of an entity from a relation that can be associated with the relation. Okay, suppose here entity 1, the number of instance of an entity with this relation, okay, is associated with this relation. Okay, so that is called cardinality. Okay, now here what is one to one cardinality? Okay, student by book. Okay, student, only one student, relationship is by book, only one book. Okay, not books. Again books means, so then it will go for many instances of an entity. Okay, now here only one book, student by DBMS book. Okay, student by DBMS book, student is one student. So here the instance of an entity, association, relationship by, associated relationship by is only one instance of an entity, and book, book is also only one DBMS book. So that here the relationship associated buy and book is 1. So this relationship we can call it as a one-to-one relationship. Okay. Now here one to many, one instance of entity associated with many. Here this relation is many instances of entity with a relation. So here more than one instance of an entity is associated with a relationship that is marked as 1 is to n. Okay. Okay. So the following, see, this image reflects only one instance of entity on the left here and many instances on the of entity on the right. Okay, that is n associated with the relationship. Okay, this is called relationship. So this is an example of 1 to n. Okay, students. Okay, so example, student, okay, joined in courses. Okay, courses are many courses. Okay, so C, C++, Java or something, any courses. Okay, so one student can join two courses, morning one and evening one. One student can join so many courses. So this is an example of 1 to n, a relationship or 1 to many. So here when more than one instance of entity, more than one instance of entity here, so more than one associated with relationship. Okay, so here more than one instance of an entity associated with the relationship, it is marked with n is to 1. So the following picture gives the many to one relationship. Okay, students studying in college. Okay, students studying in college, students or many students studying, associated the relation with college. Studying in college is only one object, so that is one entity. So this is an example for many to one relationship. So the students, left side many students, right side only one college. Okay, so that is many to one. Here many instances of an entity, here only the relationship is with one instance of an entity. Okay, here many to many, so that means left side also many instances, right side also many instances. Okay, example, students assigned projects. Okay, projects are many, students are many, assigned relationship, establishing more than one instance here, and here also more than one instance. Okay, left and right. So this relation we can call it as a many to many relationship. And next, ternary relationship. Students. So again, important definition. Ternary relationship. So binary you mean two. Okay, ternary means you mean three here. Okay, the relationship of degree. So the total number of entities is called degree. Okay, the relationship of degree 3 is called ternary relationship. That means the relationship involves three entities. Okay, the relationship involves three entities. See from the following diagram. So in this diagram we have three entities. One is sector, another one is product, another one is company. These three are related to each other, so that is called ternary relationship. Okay, company is associated with this relation, sector is associated with the relation, product is also associated with the relation. So here relation is triangle. Okay, so here ternary relationship. Okay, example, I will explain. Here you can see this relationship involves three entities So company, product, sector. Company produces products, but a product produced by only one company. Okay, that you have to remember. Okay, company produces many products. So that is 1:, many to one, one to many. Okay, when you compare with product, so product produced by company, that is 1:1. Okay, so company operates only in sector. Okay, company operates only in sector, but sector having a lot of companies, each sector having many companies operating in it. Okay, so try to understand. Okay, so company operates in only one sector. Okay, but sector has many companies operating in it. Okay, so try to understand this relation. So here ternary relationship means the relationship with three entities. Okay, this is called ternary relationship. So remember this example and you can explain it, okay, with meaningful explanation, that is sufficient. Okay, so the above two rules, okay, this is the rule 1 and this is the rule 2 of relationships. We see although the complete relationship involves three entities, okay, but maximum we are looking while drawing ER diagram only between two entities. Okay, normally we can see the relationship between two entities. If suppose I am asking you to draw a ER diagram, means only you can see only the relationship between for two entities. Okay, now this is very important in so many exam question papers they asked. Okay, so what is this recursive relationship? So normally you know the meaning of recursion in C or C++. So recursion means calling the function again and again. Okay, calling the function again and again. So this process we can call it as a recursive relationship. So here you can see from this picture or from this picture. So here supervision, employee. Suppose we have a college, lot of employees. So employees are supervised by another employee. So normally we can say principal is supervised by faculty. Okay. So here supervisors are called faculty. Supervisor is principal. Both are employees. Now we will discuss only the concept of employee only, not designations. Okay, not positions and designations. Okay, only employee. Okay, so employee, supervisor, and he is supervised by the employee. Okay, so one entity having a relation with the same entity. Okay, this process is called recursive relationship. Very important, my dear students. Okay, so relationship with the same entity we can call it as a recursive relationship. So normally in C or C++, recursion is nothing but the same function we are calling again and again to execute. That process we can call it as a recursive. Here we are using the relationship with the same entity. So again and again this process we can call it as a recursive relationship. So example here, employee act as a supervisor for one or more employees, and while an employee may be supervised by an employee. Okay, so here I will show you with an example. So here you can see this is the entity relationship set and this is also entity set. This is called relation set. Okay, so here entities are E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, and E1, E3 are entities here. So supervisor, so E2 is employee, relationship with E1, okay, E3 relationship with E1, and E4 relationship with E3, and again E5 is relationship with E1, okay. So now see the relationship, there is a relationship exists. So what type of relation it is? So when the entity participates more than once in a relation type with a different role for each instance, In other words, a relationship has always been between occurrences in two different entities. Okay, so it is possible for the same entity to participate in the relationship. So this is termed as a recursive relationship. Okay, example, employee and supervision. So employee is a supervisor. Supervised person is also called as an employee. Okay, other than CEO, all the employees, other than the management from the college. Okay, so the remaining all are employees. Okay, so here suppose we have an employee relation, okay, or employee table, manager or supervisor. Supervisors is subordinate, so the subordinate means they are also employees. So here employee is relating with another employee, that means supervising another employee. Okay, here sometimes maybe he is supervised or may not be supervised. Suppose example, you can see here employee 1 is supervising employee 2, employee 3 and employee 5. Okay, so employee 1 is a supervisor, these three people are supervisors. Okay, and employee 3 is supervising employee 4. All are employees, only the relation between employee and employee. So here we are giving the relation between those employees and employees. So this process we can call it as a recursive relationship. Okay, so here reports to employee, reports to employee. Okay, suppose I am joining as a professor. Okay, professor is also an employee, principal is also an employee. I have to give report to joining report to employee. Who is giving? Employee is giving joining report to employee. Okay, so here we don't want about relation that type of designations, and very important. Okay, try to understand, that is the recursive relationship. Here employee plays two roles, so one is supervisor and the one is subordinate. So what is the cardinality of this recursive relationship? Okay, so the minimum cardinality of the supervisor and subordinate are called role names. Here the degree of the reports 2. So how many entities in this relationship? Only one entity, that degree we can call it as a 1. So very important. Okay, so what is the degree of the relationship in recursive relationship of an entity? Only 1. Okay, what is the cardinality? We have to see, very important, instances of an entity. Okay, so the minimum cardinality of supervisor, so from this picture, so E1, no, he is not supervising initially. Okay, so that is 0, and after that he is supervising again E2, E3 and E5. So their cardinality is again many. Okay, so may the minimum cardinality of supervisor entity is 0, since the lowest level employee may not be a manager for anyone. Okay, the lowest level employee may not be a manager for anyone. The people who are working at lower level, okay, they are not be manager to anyone. So then the cardinality of that subordinate is 0. Okay, and the maximum cardinality of supervisor entity is n, because he can manage, he can supervise many employees, so that is also n. So initially why it is 0 you have to explain, and why it is n you have to explain the cardinality. And similarly subordinate entity has cardinality 0. Okay, so subordinate at lower level the value is 0 of cardinality. So where CEO can never be a subordinate. Okay, so the CEO of college or the management of college can never be a subordinate. Okay, that's why the minimum cardinality is 0. Its maximum cardinality is 1, since subordinate is an employee managed by only one employee. Okay, So that's why at most we have only one supervisor or one manager. So that's called cardinality is 1. So here none of the participants have total participation. Both minimum cardinalities are 0. There is no participation between employee to another employee, then we cardinality is 0. So it is normal. Okay, this is recursive relationship, and these are the examples for ER diagrams. ER diagram for employee department database. So try to understand employee department if in an organization. So you can take the employee. These are the attributes. So attributes are SSN is underlined. So that means it is a key attribute. Okay. Again, this name attributes having 3 attributes. That is, this is composite attribute. Okay. And here you can see employee, supervision, and supervisor. This here is a recursive relationship. An employee works for department, so they are employee involved, the relationship works for involved. Okay, here also the relationship department and works for involved, that is total participation. Works for department, again department having attributes, see here locations, multi-valued attribute locations. Okay, we have a 2 locations for department. Okay, and here you can see name and number are underlined text. These 2 are key attributes. Okay, now department controls project. Okay, so here controls department is one object, so that is one instance of an entity. Controls projects. Okay, so many projects they can control. Okay, this cardinality is one to many. From this you can say project controlled by department, that is the projects controlled by department, that is many to one relationship. Okay, so employee works on projects, so this also total participation. Okay, so employee dependents. Okay, so dependents, this, see this is a weak entity, that is a weak relationship because it is relation with dependent weak entity. Okay, then we will show this a relationship is also a weak relationship. So like that we can explain, and you can draw the picture of a ER diagram. Okay, so all of you understand. So I hope you know everything in this picture I explained. Okay, there is nothing. So you try to prepare, and here you can see the department is dashed oval. What is this? Derived attribute, because once a department is established means they will decide the number of employees. Okay, so that means we will derive the number of employees based on the department entity. So that's why it is dashed oval. This is called derived attribute. Okay, now if you go for college database, okay, if I want to, I am asking you to draw a ER diagram for college. Okay, so where is the affiliation we have? Okay, so affiliated, our college is affiliated to university. Okay, so here college or colleges has, okay, affiliation with university. Okay, and each and every college has a dean, that is one college one dean, one to one relationship. And college, one college and many departments. College has many departments, and departments has professors, department chairperson. Okay, so here you can see the relation. So one department, many professors. One department, okay, maybe one professor or one chairperson. Okay, and professor teaches sections. The section is double rectangle, that means weak entity. Okay, So here you can see course. Okay, so here course has sections. Okay, 1 to 1 department, and there is a relation between courses. Okay, now department has students as related with department. So all this relationship. So example for ER diagram, and another example ER diagram for hospital management. So whenever you think hospital means patient, doctor, nurse, receptionist, records, treatment. So you remember all these things, then you can draw easily. And he applied here some generalization procedure. Okay, so doctor, employee, nurse, okay, receptionist, okay, see receptionist, doctor, employee. So employee, doctor is a employee, nurse is a employee, receptionist is a employee. Okay, so here see receptionist, okay, and doctor, nurse, employee, nurse, these are all under employee. Okay, so here generalization, employee is a generalized entity. Okay, so remember. And next here you see trainee, visiting, permanent. Okay, so whether he is a trainee doctor, okay, whether he is a visiting doctor, whether he is a permanent doctor. Here is also we are applying generalization or specialization. If you break, doctor is a trainee doctor, doctor is a permanent doctor, doctor is a visiting doctor. Or if you want to make it generalized, so trainee also doctor, visiting also doctor, permanent also doctor. These three we are relating to super class doctor. Okay, that is generalization. Okay, so this is the best example for hospital management system. So